here it is, guys. Round 2 coming at you. We got Taylor Crawford versus Ethereal coming right at you guys. Round 2, 1-0, Prism versus Decimator Fang. Brother, this is going to be absolutely amazing game right here. We have our one Prism, Ethereal, coming at him, dude. I absolutely love to see this. I'm so excited to watch this game. It should be really good. Let's go. Paul and Taylor. I want to make sure I get everybody's names right. I was like, I know Taylor's name because I talk to him all the time, but we got Paul and Taylor coming at you guys. We got a blue Herald of Triumph to start off our game here. And then let's see what Paul follows this up with, or if there's going to be a arsenal here. I'm really curious to know if Taylor is going to go for the fatigue plan. Like if that's going to be his game plan, is to try and fatigue Paul here and see what we got going on. This should be a really fun game. Something tells me that if Paul is able to get started, it's going to be a very, very long game for your boy Taylor Crawford here. For anybody who does not know, there are going to be 5 rounds in the tournament today. 5 rounds with a cut to top 8, so make sure you catch all the action today. It should be a really good time. Yeah, this is the Paul that we both played at Charlotte, Trent, which is really cool. Yo, Taylor is giving up Tunic. Yo. Oh my gosh, dude. What? Taylor just gave up Tunic on turn 0, bro. I cannot say I blame him. Letting Paul get started here with a really good turn is very scary. I'm also curious to know how many poppers does Taylor have is going to be my play. Oath of Loyalty. Dude, I love these tournaments so much. This is amazing. Oath of Loyalty into Decimator Great Axe here. Paul probably just willing to take 8 to try to be able to like really pressure Taylor, I imagine. So Why said, yeah, crazy game, as I said. Not surprised at all, my man said. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, so we're seeing that Taylor's just going to crash the boards here for 8. Yo. Oath of Loyalty and Decimator Fang. This is going to be amazing. Red Herald of Triumph here looking pretty good, being a 7. Oh, no blocks from Taylor. Wonder if this was a, wonder what he's got here. Do we got some, like, Steelblade supremacies going on? Or, like, whatever, not Steelblade supremacy. Steelblade shunt. Whatever the warrior reaction is. There's a lot of pause right here. I wonder if they're having some conversation. I wonder if they're having a back and forth, you know, really just, like, talking about the game here for a minute. Okay, we got 2 defense reactions incoming, I imagine. We got Fade for Scene first. Let's see how Taylor opts. This could be pretty important. We go 1 card to the top. And then we go Loyalty Beyond the Grave here. Angelic Wrath for 4. Do you have another one, Taylor? We do not. Okay. So Paul crashes the boards for 4. We're going to get a Prism trigger right here. And we're going to be able to keep it all going. All right, dude. This is some sauce. I love this. Decimator Fang versus Prism. Man, they were both sideboarding and talking about the game before we started, and Paul was reading the notes that he had from a sideboard guide talking about Fang, and it was super funny to listen to the notes. This should be a really interesting game, though. I'm really excited to see how this one plays out. All right, let's see. Which angel was this? Was this Judgment? Figment of Judgment. All right. I don't really know why that's the figment of choice here. Yeah, I was like, I don't think Paul wanted to get that one. I think there was like kind of some thought there, maybe what was going on. One of the things that I'm curious to know is Paul going to struggle to have soul this game? And what is that going to look like? I don't know. I sided as if he was playing aggro, then I saw Decimator and was scared. Yeah, no, I know. That's exactly what I would expect from something like this. Okay, so Paul automatically just flips into Archangel of Protection here. So we have a Spectral Shield, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, so we have a Light of Soul, a Figment of Erudition, and we're playing an Arclight Sentinel here. But man, that Vambrace could put in work here. Taylor choosing... Oh, I guess he doesn't need to activate the Vambrace. Well, he could have just still... He still could have pushed through one more point of damage there. Not really sure why Taylor didn't just go for that play. But anyway, kills the Angel and kills the Spectral Shield. But there's still an Arclight Sentinel in play, which I think Paul kind of chose to make that decision there to buy him a turn. He wanted to be able to set up this Arclight Sentinel and try to, get that extra turn where we can, try to squeeze some wiggle room here, and really forcing Taylor to, just kind of pitch some reds, make some stuff happen. There's no attack reactions from Vambrace here. So there's not even a world where Taylor could try to pitch a whole bunch of cards to make something happen. This is just kill the Arclight Sentinel because of that Spectra keyword, which... I gotta tell you, I still to this day believe that Spectra was a mistake. I did not like that keyword at all, and I'm glad that it's not being printed anymore. Liam said, I hope Fang gets to top 8. I think that would be pretty cool to see Fang get into top 8 here. It'd be pretty funny, especially Decimator Fang. Okay, Red Herald of Protection, looking pretty good here. I'm assuming, no, we have no reactions. It is straight no blocks. Taylor's just going to race him. This is really interesting. I was a little surprised by the flip of the Angel there as well. Justin, I have to say I was a little surprised myself. But still, it seems to be working out pretty well for Paul so far. Really trying to, get Taylor down. Taylor's now below 30. We have a Spectral Shield in play. And we're looking to try and just, get aggressive here. Really start to, try to get the Prism cog turning here. Putting himself in the driver's seat, more than likely. Let's see. Paul kind of giving it a think here. We're pretty early. It's turn 4. We're only about 8 minutes into the game, so we're really trying to assess our options here, make sure that we have everything that we want. Paul really trying to just go through his options, make sure everything sounds good. For anybody who does not know, Paul recently top 8'd Battle Hardened Charlotte. And only started playing Flesh and Blood just a few short months ago, just 2 or 3 months ago. So Paul, although very new to the game, is having a very, very good start to his Flesh and Blood career with a battle-hardened top 8, and he's off to a 1-0 start today. So Paul really showing that he, understands TCGs and is going to be a player to be dealt with moving forward. And we see the yellow Angelic Wrath here. Paul really just trying to push as much damage as he can, sets up that Erudition, and then gets the Arsenal anyway off the Ponder token here. Really looking good. Taylor leading on Felling of the Swing, though. Completely understand why he wanted to keep this. Felling of the Swing into Blaze Headlong. This is such an interesting deck, guys. This is really awesome. The Kano, okay, yeah, the Kano table might be done at table 5 already. That makes sense. The Kano game is probably going to go fast, right? So, red Felling of the Swing, turning on Blaze Headlong's Go Again text because a red card has been played is really interesting. Taylor has some really cool sauce right here. And then we're also going to see a follow-up with Decimator of Great Axe for 10. What an insanely good hand. This could be... If there was a card that Taylor could have pitched a Vambrace there and could have gotten both the Angel and the Spectral Shield there, I have to say I'm pretty shocked that Taylor did not activate Vambrace there. We're going to have to really make sure that over the next couple of turns we check to see what he arsenaled here, as there could have been a lot of value off of pushing damage and killing the Angel there last turn. Perhaps it's a down and dirty. Maybe Taylor's, maybe Taylor's on some real sauce, but it doesn't matter. Paul going for the Halo of Illumination to start his turn, looking absolutely like it's going to be a powerhouse of a turn. And to mention, Paul has Dreamweavers available. Dreamweavers on the board and ready to go. The Card Guys YouTube channel officially in here saying, I do not condone the use of Decimator Fang. LMAO, dude. I'm rolling. I love it. We have the Card Guys here letting us know what they think of Taylor's decision today. Although Taylor looks like he's giving Prism a run for his money. So it's kind of interesting to see what we're looking at. Soraya, Archangel of Erudition, coming across for 4 and drawing 2 cards. So the Halo play really turning this on, and we got Rebirth. What did we get off the Rebirth here? Let's see. We got a Herald of Protection on top, so we know that there is a yellow Herald of Protection in hand for Paul here, really trying to put Taylor on the back foot. I'm really curious to see what Taylor has in Arsenal, and we're getting the Dreamweavers this turn. Paul is saying, you know what? I don't care what you have. We're just going to close the door this turn, and we're going to make you feel the pain right here. Taylor using Crown. I wonder if it's going to be from hand or from Arsenal. So we don't crown anything away, it appears. Hey, let's go. The Card Guys. Thank you for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here and hanging out today. Okay, so Taylor does cover this Herald up, and then it's Herald of Triumph for 6. We had a Loyalty from Beyond the Grave and a Shelter from hand. So Taylor really doing a good job at, trying to mitigate how much action Paul's really to get going this turn, even through Halo and Dreamweavers, looking pretty good. I'm curious to know if Taylor will just throw Decimator Great Axe at the Soraya. It looks like that's going to be the play here. Just getting the Soraya out of the way as quickly as we can. Still setting up another 5-card hand. Herald of Erudition looking pretty good, though. But a Pauper! Oh my gosh, he has it! He just has the Command and Conquer. This has been such a fun game. We are seeing so many good things here. Oh, Aaron joins. Aaron joins and says, I condone it. Just to start a fight with his own team. I love it. Aaron, how are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well today, man. All right, so Taylor has the Pauper. Paul really considering his options here and what he's able to put together. Paul passes. Oh my gosh, Paul just passes. Absolutely insane. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, dude. I was like, man, 9 months, James. I really appreciate it, brother. It means a lot. It means a lot, man. Taylor pitching another blue Steelblade shunt here just to throw Decimator Great Axe. And we have Glint the Quicksilver. So Taylor kind of looking for a little bit of a bait and switch here, trying to, get Paul to block a little bit. And a standing order for 6. Taylor is on some sauce right here. Taylor is on some sauce. I got to tell you, I'm loving this game right now. This has been everything I wanted it to be. Paul falling down to 7, saying my 5 cards can probably win me the game right here. And if not win the game, probably put the game in a situation where Taylor might be out of it at this point. I don't know. Hey, why, if you've waited a few minutes, buddy, you can just go ahead and report. It's been, 20 minutes. You can go ahead and report that your opponent that you won and they didn't show up. That's perfectly okay, why? All right, so we get a red Herald of Triumph here to start. Taylor blocks with Provoke. We have a Sink Below. I was like, I'm assuming there's a defense reaction incoming. Red Angelic Wrath. Okay, Taylor does not have another 0 for 4. So we are seeing the Prism ability come over the top right here. Herald of Ravages deals an Arcane when it comes in. Paul flips into Rebirth. I don't think we're necessarily trying to set up the combo. I know Erudition's gone, but it doesn't really feel like where we're looking at right now. Feels like Paul is just trying to close the door here. And a blue Herald of Triumph, kind of forcing Taylor into a spot to say, if you want to keep your hand, you're gonna have to take some more damage here. So now Paul has tied the life totals up 7-7, has an Angel in play, and Taylor is just forced to pass. This might be the beginning of the end unless Taylor hits a couple of poppers here or is really, really able to slow down Paul in some way here this turn. This has been a really good start to this game. I say start, it's turn 8, obviously, but this has been a really good game so far. I've really enjoyed this. Hey, Omega, this is the Talishar tourney that we run about once every 2 or 3 months. It's completely free to play in, and you can find all the info about it in my Discord, ! Discord of the chat, man. We'd love to have you if you're not already in there, but it's something we put on every 2 to 3 months just as like a way for everybody to get to hang out, and my way of saying thanks to the community for being so awesome. Okay, so Taylor covering up both the Angels here. Still, we're just playing that parity game here. Taylor is trying to buy as much time as he can to be able to, like, try and find that window where that he can get it back into the game. He's probably looking for a popper. He's probably looking for something really powerful here. Herald of Erudition could be bad news bears, especially if there's no popper and if there's an Angelic Wrath to follow it up here. Yeah, Omega, this one's already started. We started this one a couple of hours ago, buddy. You'd have to catch the next one here that we'll probably do sometime before Nationals. But we'll be live all day, and you're more than welcome to hang out and catch the coverage and stuff like that for sure. So Taylor gives quick dodge flexors there. Gives a card and flexors to try and stay in this. Taylor going to give flexors on the Angel to just kind of like, stay alive. And then we have the Herald. And now Taylor gives his last two cards. So again, we have another turn where Paul is able to take every card out of Taylor's hand, and Paul was able to push damage plus get the flexors off the board that turn. This could be, we could be coming up on one of like the, final turns of the game here. No popper for Taylor, giving 2-3 blocks here. And then we have the Avalon. Okay, just going to 1. And he's going to end up blocking 6 on the Herald here. Okay, so Taylor now at 1, which means if Paul is ever able to get Soul, there's going to be that Figment of Ravages that just has the arcane damage text on it, and it's just going to be kind of sitting there. So Taylor's really going to have to be aware of how he can keep Paul off of Soul, starting with a Red Herald of Protection. Not going to make it easy. Red 7 coming into the big... Oh, just kidding. We undo our play here. We're getting a little bit of thought process going here. Defense reaction incoming. Okay, Shelter from the Storm from Taylor. Now, the last time Taylor had a defense reaction, Paul had that red Angelic Wrath, but we do not see it this turn. Okay, so no Angelic Wrath coming in here. And now we're going to be coming in with this Avalon Archangel of Rebirth here. Again, no Soul, but Taylor is at 1, so he has to block this out. I'm not sure how many poppers Taylor has left in the deck, but it's not looking good. I do agree with Aaron in the chat. He just said that having the blue and having the Wartune Herald there to be able to make it happen, to be able to go 3 wide back-to-back turns was really, really powerful for Paul. And he's right. It was very, very good. Standing Order giving up a popper ability here. It's also worth noting that we could have just blocked with 1 card on the Standing Order. We had back-to-back Standing Orders here. So we do have 2 poppers here trying to buy Taylor some room here. Now, Paul does have a card in hand and a card in arsenal, so if there's a blue or a yellow, we could be throwing a Wartune Herald. Oh my gosh. Man, Paul just putting the whole thing together there. Like, Paul just really putting it all together there and making it look really good. Now, to be fair, Warrior and Illusionist has never been a great matchup, but let's see if we can catch them in the table here, kind of hanging out. We'll ask them about their game.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. What a game to watch there.
What a game.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, Paul, kind of let's talk about a couple turns there, because I think there is some disguised, like real power in the turns that you had, because there towards the end of the game you weren't really able to get any soul going because Taylor was blocking so effectively. But you were able to go Herald and then had the blue to swing the Angel and a Wartune Herald on back-to-back turns. Being able to go 3 wide was really powerful, man. So, how did that feel right there in that spot? Walk me through the end of the game there for you.
Yeah, so I felt like one of the turns I felt like there was a few awkward hands where I had to swing with my whole hand because I wasn't getting any Wartunes.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I started getting the Wartunes, my game plan completely changed to like swinging swinging 3 times instead of twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the turns I remember swinging with the Angel first to be able to bait out 2 cards, because he had to block with 1 card and then either Vambrace for 1 more or block with a 2nd card.
Right.
Then I could get a pretty good hit in with I think it was a Red Herald. Or a Red Herald for 7, so it was another awkward block. But if he had a D-React, that was kind of like the deck check. But yeah, I think being able to we were at 7-7 at some point, and I was able to kind of chip away at his HP until he got to 1, and then I thought it was just about drawing the War Tunes to be able to swing
Hmm.
for more than two attacks a turn.
Sure, yeah. So you guys were at 7-7 for a couple turns, and I have to admit, Taylor was doing a very, very effective job of blocking. The quick dodge flexors lined up really well with the Herald of Erudition turn. And Taylor, if you get a chance, you're gonna have to go back and watch that game, because I had a pretty genuine reaction to one of your turns. You pitched a blue to play felling. I can't remember what it's called. The +6. To your axe, and then played a Blaze Headlong. So you were able to use your red to turn on the Go Again effect. Tell me a little bit about your deck and the idea behind it, and is there a deck you're trying to target in the meta, or is this just something fun to play today?
I stole it from Josh Lau.
Okay.
They were chatting about a Decimator Fang list.
Okay.
About a month ago. And they kind of talked a lot, and they threw this deck in the team chat, and I was like, dude, this deck is sick. Is it good? I don't know, but is it sick? Oh, it's sick.
I do want to mention that turn. I remember it very distinctively because I had to make a decision there. I knew he was gonna swing with the axe for 10. And I think I had an angel and a spectral shield, and so I was thinking oh, if I block with one card, since I wasn't gonna be able to play my whole hand, I can block out the Blaze Headlong with the Spectral Shield, and then I can get the full value of the Angel, and not have to block the Axe at all. Since it says it blocks by a non-equipment card, it halves the base. So that's every card I can't really block.
Yeah, that's your defense reactions. That's really anything. So Decimator Great Axe makes it really tough to block there. For sure. I was curious to know if Taylor was going to activate Vambrace on that turn. He ended up arsenaling a defense reaction, I think, to try and be able to set up to play better defense. But there was a really good back and forth there throughout the game that I enjoyed watching. Guys, thanks so much for a wonderful game. I'm really glad I got to watch it there, and good luck in the rest of the rounds, guys.